Hello, I'm Amy Anderson, the 2017-2018 Cape May County Teacher of the Year. Welcome to the ASL classroom. The class structure is the same for all classes throughout the day, all levels ASL 1, 2, and 3. The chairs are arranged in a U formation. There are no desks, so students have the freedom to sign, and also we establish a visual environment right from the beginning where they can easily see me, I can easily see them, and they can easily see each other. The particular class that you're going to see in today's lesson is an ASL Level 1 class. All students began learning ASL in September. None had any prior knowledge or experience. It's a mixture of sophomores and juniors. A high percentage of the class is going on into ASL 2 next year, so that's exciting to see. There's one student in the class, and it's the first time we've done this, who is from our self-contained special education program. He's taking the class pass-fail, and has been a wonderful addition. Students voluntarily jump right in and work with him, and I know that we are all learning as much from him as he is from us. It's been a welcome challenge for me in terms of differentiating activities and assessments to make sure he's included in learning. The lesson that you're going to see today focuses on family, describing family members and comparing them. It will focus on the difference between personal pronouns and possessive adjectives, and also using signing space. The New Jersey Standard, World Language Standard 7.1a states that students will be able to describe people, places, daily activities in their target language, so that's the focus of this lesson. In addition to 7.1a, which talks about being able to use English as their native language to make comparisons to ASL, and that's a big part of the program. It really helps them in their learning when we're able to do that. So I hope you enjoy the lesson. Okay, so here we have our objectives, and the objective is that you're able to chat with a deaf person or a deaf friend. And we know that once a month we can go to Starbucks and we have our ASL chats there, so that's an opportunity for you to do that. So today we're going to try to improve your signing level, and we're going to do that by using signing space. So it's important that we remember the difference between English and ASL. And one of the biggest differences is using that signing space. Now with your proficiency level, we want you to get better and better, and incorporating that is one way to do that. Okay, so we have a special treat for today. I asked one of my students who's in ASL 3 honors right now. His name's Michael Beebe, and he has a name sign. I asked him to come here today because we all know that our big ASL show is next Thursday and Friday. Well, his performance in that, the song that he's doing, really perfectly incorporates the use of signing space. So he's going to sign just a section of the song, so you can see how when it gets complicated and pretty sophisticated using signing space, what it looks like in the context of a song. Translation.
I want to take him far away from this place, then I turn and see my sister's face, and she is, and I know she is, and her eyes are just, and I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, lead the way.
Number 1, I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has to social climb the one. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is insidious. And Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I own him any less.
Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Skylar.
My sister.
Number 2, he's after me, so a Scottish sister that elevates his status. I have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica, he was right. You will never be satisfied.
Thank you for all your service.
If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resign. He'd be mine. She'll say I'm fine. She'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night,
Yay! Okay, I need to go now because I have my field trip. All right, thank you so much, Michael. Thanks for coming. Okay, so did you guys see where in that song translation he was using signing space? Yes, Angel. When he had to play the roles of all three people, so Alexander, Elizabeth, and what was the last one's name? Oh yeah, Angelica. Exactly. So he's signing here in the middle. He set up Alexander on his left. Elizabeth is on his right. He's playing the part of Angelica, and you can see, wow, how complicated that is. But it really makes it clear and easy to follow with this visual language. Okay. So now we're going to try a little review. We're going to do our inside-outside drill. A on the outside, B on the inside. Let's do a little together first, just to make sure. So I like her, and yes, we're using that personal pronoun. You are my sister. Right. Okay, so everybody up, outside A, inside B. Oh, Joe, you can come over and work with me. It's your lucky day. This is how you sign church. Yep, perfect. Okay, everybody have a seat. All right, great job. You guys all look good. It looks like you've really got it. So now we're going to focus on signing space. What we've learned so far, we're going to review that and then add to it. So remember we talked about when you're trying to decide, you're reading an English sentence and how are you going to sign that using your signing space. If you imagine that you're going to draw a picture of whatever the sentence is, and you think about what you have to draw first, that correlates with what you would have to sign first. So for this sentence, my house is green, your house is blue, what would I sign first? And Nate said, my house. Exactly right. Okay, and then next what would we do? Your house. Good. And that's what it would look like, right? Okay, so now next, to complete that thought, what do we have to add? Okay, so if we were drawing it, then we would pick up a green crayon or marker and color in the houses so that we've got a green house and a blue house. Okay, so now let's try to sign it. So I'm going to set my house up over here in the left first. Over here is your house. This one's green, this one's blue. Perfect. Okay, what about with this sentence? What would you do? What do we need to set up first? Library, everyone's saying. Right, the library. Okay, and then what? Her mom, her best friend. Right. So we need to have something connecting to that pronoun her. So we're going to say it's my best friend, and then I can say it's her mom that I saw at the library. So let's all sign it together. So over here's the library. This girl over here is my best friend. I saw her mom there at the library. Everybody got it? Okay, so now looking at this sentence, the dog sat on the car. What do we have to do first? Good, you're going to set up the car, and then you're going to put the dog on top of the car. How about this one? The cat is stuck in the tree. Right, we're going to do tree first, and then the cat. How about this one? Good, the bike path. Yes, Allie Jane, you remembered that sign from your project. And then we put a person on there running. I ran on the bike path. Okay. I think you guys really got it. We're going to try our next activity where we do our races, our fingerspelling speed lines, and you'll have a competition. For decades, we have searched for the answer of how to increase academic achievement in our schools. After visiting schools worldwide, we learned that a dominant factor in high-performing schools was equality and a healthy, safe environment for all children. Education is a means to establish equity and give every child the opportunity to achieve excellence. The Every Student Succeeds Act requires states to ensure that all students have access to high-quality education. As educators, we work towards this goal every day. I propose that teachers across the state approach this differently in a way that has not yet been given adequate attention, ensuring that every student has a voice and that their voice is heard and deemed as valid, regardless of race, economic status, gender, sexual orientation, or disability. This is the key to every student's success. When this is lacking, it creates a barrier to learning by taking away students' feelings of security and worth. Sadly, some students need to be explicitly taught that they are valuable, that what they have to say matters, and that listening is as important as speaking or signing. The ability to communicate is perhaps the most important determiner of future success. People may communicate in different ways, but we need to listen. As a teacher of the deaf, I watched my students find their voices as valued human beings with unique thoughts through American Sign Language and English. My deaf students knew they had a visual voice and a voice in print, and ideas that were just as important as anyone who spoke. As a teacher of ASL, I have seen students find self-confidence, passion, and the answer to how they will contribute to society because they have been able to make their inner voices heard. Through study of the history and culture of the deaf, we learn that everyone has a voice, no matter how different or in what mode that voice is expressed, and it is our human right to communicate. As an early intervention specialist, I see the consequences of language deprivation in babies who do not have access to an accessible language or adequate exposure to language during the critical years of development. As educators, we must find ways to help our students discover their voices and then actively listen to what they have to communicate. As teachers, we also need to find our own voices and feel valued before we can facilitate this in our students. My hope is that we can find ways to communicate and collaborate with each other, with our colleagues, and with our school communities. We all have something to say, and we all want every single child to succeed. And if at the end of the day, by giving voice to a child, we have inspired and ignited a passion, then that is truly something. Because as they move forward into life and face challenges, they will be equipped to effectively communicate and navigate past these challenges. They will go out into the world and make bridges between cultures, embrace differences in those around them, and change lives as they go.